morning, Escape the Rumors. This is our third stop of the day, and we are at Curious Escape Rooms. They have parking on the streets here, but on the side streets, these are only 1 hour parking, so don't do those. Come to the one that is free on the corner. That parking lot is free for the entire time. So here we are at Curious, and we're gonna try their Dollhouse. Ooh, Dollhouse.
What's going on, everybody? Brandon from Escape the Rumors. We are at Curious Escape Room in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. I am so happy to be here, and especially to meet with Audrey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Audrey's the owner here, and we just played their game, the Dollhouse. And check our review. You're gonna get an idea of what we thought of it. And we had a lot of fun being in there. We were shrunken.
Yep.
But then, you know, we're back to life size right now. So which
made it
means we
out.
made it out. All right, so we're gonna ask you a couple questions about Curious Escape Room, and I'm noticing you have something back there, but let's start with the very first question is, so when did you open the Dollhouse? Like, when did this?
So we just passed our 5-year anniversary just in June.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how many people can it accommodate?
So the Dollhouse can have, it's designed for 4 to 8 players,
Okay.
but it can be up to 10 players. And usually we have the video store open, but that's really best for like 6 to 8 players. Or well, actually, probably more like 6 to 12 players.
Okay.
It can entertain up to 15 though.
Wow, okay. Excuse me, miss, can you point me to the adult section? No, I'm just kidding. We were in one of their games that she was just mentioning. What is the name of this?
So this is Escape the 90s Video Store.
Okay.
It's a very popular game and set. Right now, it is currently closed because of the pandemic and because it's designed for a lot of people, for like 15-person teams to be entertained by, in which we knew that, you know, a lot of teams were going to be a lot smaller. So what's happening is on November 1st, the holiday staff party at the 90s Video Store will reopen. And basically this room gets all decked out with holiday stuff.
Ah.
We changed out all the puzzles and totally different story to be 90s holiday themed.
Okay.
However, if you did play it last year, it will be the same game.
Right.
But we've been told never to change the set and just keep coming up with new iterations.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I haven't
Thank
seen
you.
one of these in a long time.
All right.
For those who don't know, these are VHS tapes. Just, you know, way back. So I want to ask, because it sounds like you and your husband, like I know you do escape rooms. Is there anything else you do outside of escape rooms? Do you have like a hidden hobby, a talent, or like what else do you do?
So I came into this industry because I used to be a set decorator in the film and TV industry.
Oh, okay.
And currently I am the co-chair of the Fitchburg Cultural Council, which is part of the Mass Cultural Council, which has been keeping me pretty busy during the pandemic and equally busy now that we've reopened because I'm working on balancing the two right now.
Right. And do you have anything going on like in the near future for Curious Escape Rooms? Like what can we expect?
Yeah, so November 1st, holiday staff party at the 90s video store. That's probably the next big thing that's happening. We're constantly trying to work with our landlord to get us more space so that we can open up new rooms. Right. But that's always a pending thing because...
Yeah, I heard there's another space on the other side of your store. Give it to them.
Yeah,
let them have it.
Let us in.
You can fit like, you can do like 2 or 3 more rooms. I heard it's massive, right?
Yeah, it's all about like building inspection, all that kind of boring city stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, since you opened Curious Escape Rooms, what is the craziest thing that you've seen like players do in a room? Like, just like, because we heard so many crazy stories.
Yeah.
Like, what's something that you remember that was like, what are they doing?
This is always a tricky question for me because all of our stories tend to be very intertwined with like what happens during the game. So I usually open up far more after people have actually played the game, so I can be like, oh, and then they did this and they did this. But I will say that like recently we had a team that was probably like the highest team that we've ever had. They didn't act like it, so I didn't realize until they were actually in the game, but they just like, there was like 5 or 6 of them and all of them like collectively had the shortest term memory like I've ever seen. And they were like in their like 30s, so I'm like,
were they at least thinking outside the box creatively? Because
they did that, and then they would get stuck, and they're like, nope, I guess that's not it. And then would move on and be like, no, come back to that.
Oh no, we have had a similar experience, but we were players playing with other players who were going through that, so we can imagine.
You're like just babysitting them.
Yeah. So in terms of like COVID, for example, like what have you had to implement and changes wise? Like your game's all private now, anything else?
Yeah, so we used to do public games as an option. That was particularly important for the video store. And we decided to close the video store because of the pandemic. Yeah, because we didn't want, we knew that there would be a lot of 2-person, 4-person teams, and it would be extremely difficult for them. Yeah. We have also, done a mask policy in which all of our staff are vaccinated, but we ask them to wear masks while they're in the same room as staff so that we can keep doing this. But then we allow them to make the decision as a group if they want to take off the masks or not when they're in the room.
Okay, cool. And I'm noticing behind you, you have like, we have the passports there, but now you have so many different colors.
Yeah.
So tell us about that, for those who don't know about the...
Should I grab one?
Yeah.
So, so we designed these We the Enthusiast escape room passports. We've collaborated with escape rooms all around the world to get special game stamps for each of their games. And you just go to WeTheEnthusiast.com and you'll see the huge list of escape rooms all around the world. We're in the US, we have escape rooms in Canada, like Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, a few in London, some in Australia, like they're all over. It's really cool. So
I was going to ask you, because if you were to run out of passport pages, much like a regular passport, can you add pages? You have to swap and get a new one, or?
You can totally add more pages. It's a little bit tricky because you have to, staple it in there. Yeah. We do offer these ones. Hold 52 games, but you can also buy thicker passports where it's for like 100 games. Yeah. So then you could like collect one of each color or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you play escape rooms, right? I'm assuming.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you and your husband play a lot of games. What was one that stood out for you? That was memorable. Doesn't have to be your favorite. Like if you want to give a shout out.
Yeah. Recently we checked out Mystic escape rooms in Brooklyn. They have a similar aesthetic as we do in terms of Loving Sleep No More.
Okay.
Immersive theater. And yeah, I really enjoyed both games. The Ghostlight, in which is like, you know, very like 1920s, burlesque backstage, and they had some really cool puzzles. And then also they have their like Stranger Things-esque game, Montauk.
Wait, so did you play all the games?
Yeah,
there,
we played both of them.
Okay.
We weren't planning to, because we were trying to like check out as many as we could possibly, but then we're just like, well, we're here.
We have to, let's see what the other one's about.
Yes, we're like, let's do it.
Okay. Well, hey Audrey, thank you so much for speaking with us, for letting us play the Dollhouse.
Of course.
Can't wait till this reopens back, you know, once things are, you know, getting back to normal. And for you guys, make sure you check our website for a review on the Dollhouse. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel so you can get a sneak peek of inside the Dollhouse and also the lobby, the outside, and what you can expect when you come to Curious Escape Rooms, and you won't be disappointed. Peace out.
Yeah, InvAsian. Yeah. Oh, let's go. Locked in, 60 minutes to escape. Think before you move, there's no room for mistakes. If you got what it takes.